One of the common kitchen issues is when you're making pasta, it wants to boil over. And I'm sure everyone and their grandmother has a technique. I'm gonna share a tried and true method to keep your pasta water from boiling over. Okay, pot number one, salted water. Always start with heavily salted water. So many chefs say it needs to taste like the ocean, it needs to be super salty. I just put a few handfuls of salt in there and you're good to go. I'm gonna pour this whole box. We're having a big dinner tonight. Whole box in the super hot boiling water. Give it a stir, let it cook. I always set a timer when I'm making pasta. Alexa, set timer for 11 minutes. Now, no matter how you're boiling pasta, you always wanna stay close by. Don't walk away, don't go do another project. Make sure you're keeping an eye on it. Make sure you're using a large enough pot too. Problem people make is they fill that pot up to the brim with water and then they fill it up with pasta and there's not enough room in that pot. So make sure you have a very large pot and enough water in there. Higher sides, you're gonna help prevent those boilovers as well. Batch two, we're making a ton of pasta today. Got another box rolling. I have a smaller pot and I've set myself up for failure. This pot is so full, but I'm only gonna do a little bit of this pasta. It's about half. Start with a stir. Naturally, anytime you add room temperature or colder ingredient into that boiling hot water, it's gonna lower the temperature. So that's why you wanna keep an eye on it. Boiling over tends to happen when it's too hot. And a lot of times you're dealing with a lot of water, heavy pots. If you're using an electric stove, it's harder to reduce that temperature really quickly. If you're working with a gas stove, those tend to lower the heat a lot quicker because that flame instantly goes down. My next trick, I will boil 3 pots of water all at the same time and not let any of them boil over. One of the classic tricks is just to take your spoon and rest it across the top. As those bubbles rise, it'll make contact with the spoon and it'll go back down. So we could test that method. This one, starting to foam. I see you. I'm keeping an eye on you. There's also that other classic trick where you use some olive oil around the rim of the pot. So as the water rises, as those bubble rises, the olive oil will make a slippery surface so they have to fall back down. So you can try the olive oil trick as well, but I'm gonna save the olive oil for finishing on my pasta. That's what it's really good for. What really helps to keep those bubbles down, just give it a stir every few minutes. This will also help your pasta cook more evenly. This pot is getting close to boiling over. I probably put a little too much water in it. Filled it up a little too much. Keeping an eye on you. You better not. What I like to do is keep a secret weapon nearby. Just fill up a cup with some ice, and you'll just need a cube or two just to quickly lower the temp a little bit. It's not gonna lower it enough where it stops cooking, but it will lower it enough where those bubbles subside. Getting a little too aggressive there, buddy. Chill out. Bubbles gone instantly. And I didn't necessarily lower the temp. It's still bubbling, still cooking. Just rapidly lowers the temperature enough to keep that pasta water nice and tame. This feels like a circus tamer. Like, I don't think I have enough colanders in the world for this much pasta. Okay, this one wants a little bit more ice. It really is like magic. I love simple kitchen tricks that are kind of a no-brainer, but they work so well. This is why it's good to stir. I can feel the pasta sticking a little bit to the bottom. The hottest part of your pot's gonna be where it's making contact. So you wanna make sure those noodles get lifted up from there. Every so often, just a gentle stir. A fitting Harry Potter style spell to make boiling water. Oh, how do I say that? Defervisco, to stop boiling or cool down. Defervisco, or Frigidus. I prefer Frigidus. Frigidus. Did the wrong spell. I did the cloudy day spell versus the stop boiling. That would be the kind of wizard I was at Hogwarts. I could do the magic, I could do the spells, but they would happen in the wrong way. I'd be the Neville. I really would be the Neville. This one's the problem child. I got 2 A students and then we got D's get degrees over here. Constantly needs to be managed. Here's what's funny. We've made pasta so many times in this pot and I feel like it's boiled over on me every time. And the time I need it to boil over, it's not doing anything. This just proves the point that you want a larger pot, you want a little extra room, and you want a lot of space in the pot so it doesn't boil over. The higher concentration of those starch, the more you're prone to have it boil over. Always pour away from you. It's a very therapeutic atmosphere with all this steam. Who's eating all this? Lunch. A little ice goes a long way in diverting disaster.